Jo-anna, let me ask you this. So I feel like the prosecution is addressing closing very similarly to opening. It was done by somebody different, but it was showing the entire video. And I remember thinking, oh boy, we can't follow it. Well, now they're breaking it down, but is it compelling? Do you think that it's convincing this jury, yes, there's enough evidence to convict her of murder?
I really think that we're going to end up with a hung jury here. That's my prediction, that I think you're going to have some of those people that operate with that common sense factor, like, oh, okay, she was with this guy for years, she hopped in the car, she drove all the way down there, and you really want us to believe you didn't know anything about it. But common sense isn't the burden of proof. It's the prosecution's job to show each and every element beyond a reasonable doubt. And I do think that they're going to struggle with showing what we were discussing about the meeting of the minds and the actions that she actually took to participate.
Yeah, I would agree. And similarly, I'm having the same reaction that I had to the opening statement, is that we're hearing a lot about these other guys, not a lot about her. They try to say she was the one that was going to rent out the Airbnb. That didn't quite pan out. She made a call, but it was somebody else who got the Airbnb. We know about the call situation. You know, when you start digging into it, I think it's still sort of this flimsy sort of connection between the two. And I wonder what you think, Jo-anna, about the charging decision. One of the things that the defense is going to argue is that this was an overzealous detective. He was only on the job for 4 months, and he just saw this little thing dangling there, this young lady. He didn't like her answers to the questions and decided to pass it on so that prosecutors could look at it and possibly charge her, and they did.
Yeah, I could see where that could happen too, right? When you see her demeanor on the stand, and she has kind of a very hard disposition. Like, she may not have been as cooperative as they wanted her to be and weren't giving them the answers that they were looking for. And so you can see that where the targeting may have happened here, that, okay, well, we're going to make her a bigger part of this than she may actually have been. So I could definitely align with that kind of analysis.
Yeah.
And Judge, I want to just point out, I mean, it's kind of the elephant in the room. Let's not discount the fact of what she looks like. The defense has made a tremendous effort to make her look a certain way. She comes across very well, you know, certainly doesn't look the part.
No,
and
she doesn't look
as
like
we
a
know,
gang
that's
member.
important.
That is important, and I think they prepped her, to your point, very, very well for her testimony.
Agreed.
All right, stay tuned. We need to take a break.